GB cycles with update on May the 18th. So the 10-week cycle top should still be weeks ahead. Looks too soon to look for any top here. This 2-week oscillation low, maybe that was here. When we have this rally phase, often these 2-week oscillation lows are kind of invisible. I'm warned against a possible scary dip here last week, but that didn't materialize. So let's see what's going on here. Well, some people are talking about a bull market top or a big long correction, but looking at the 3.5-year cycle, there's still a lot of room here, and there's kind of, I would say, an edge for more upside into the fall at least. I have a possible topping formation coming up here, similar like back here, but it's too soon to evaluate any possible topping formation. You know, it's possible that we are maybe in this situation, but too early to evaluate. But should be more room here for more bull market. So looking at the daily data wavelets for the S&P, I had this scenario for after a strong geomagnetic storm. This is a typical scenario, but if we go back to the storm late March, you know, we only had one upswing after the storm, and then the correction began. So a bit unusual, but that can happen. Also, we can have 3 upswings after the storm before we have the top. So anyway, I think we are around here in this possible scenario, looking for a top in about 2 weeks. But you know, it could be even later than that. Looking at the VIX. So we have the 10-week wavelet for VIX. It's approaching a low, but we know the S&P is lagging, or the VIX is leading. So when we see the VIX starting to rise, that's a sign that the S&P will probably top out a little bit later. So no sign of a top in the S&P from any signal from VIX. Also, I have this scenario from VIX for the S&P, and that one still suggests 3 weeks of upside. I have this gut feeling that we could follow the action from the 1970s to analogs, and that one would suggest we are in a sideways period into June, July, and then we may see starting breaking out to the upside to get the final bull market top. So we are already making an all-time high here, but I don't think we are going to see a steep continuation up and a real breakout. My gut feeling says, yeah, we should follow more these 1970s analogs, making this more like a sideways action. So we should, in that case, we should have a downswing, and yeah, see momentum. We should not have this strong bullish momentum, but you know, if we continue to the upside, well, then I'm wrong. Anyway, the 10-week cycle top should still be a couple of weeks ahead. We have the hourly data and the 2-week oscillation here in orange, and in this early part of this rally phase, it's very difficult to follow these wavelets, these oscillations, because the trend is so strong, and you kind of get lost here. Where are we? But I think we have started a new 2-week oscillation. We are approaching the top in this coming week, and then we should make a downswing. But in this situation, I like to look at typical rally scenarios, and I have these two here in green and blue. I'm not quite sure which one we are following. It looks kind of similar to both. We had a dip here following the blue scenario, and then we had a dip here following the green scenario. But from here on, both scenarios are very similar, suggesting we should go sideways into this next 2-week oscillation low. So some kind of a downswing, well, we have to see, but we shouldn't look for any top before we get to this point. That means in about 2 weeks time, and then we have to evaluate, are we starting to see a topping formation here, are we losing momentum, and then we could have a correction. So I think that was it for today. So we are still not even halfway into this 10-week cycle or 10-week oscillation, and it doesn't have to be 10 weeks. If you look back, it can often be 12 weeks, and the previous one was a bit unusual. It was even 14 weeks long, but my main scenario is looking for a 10-week oscillation this time, giving us a low around early July. Yeah, that's it for today, and see you in the next one.